I went to this place. It was in Malaysia. Malaysia was a very interesting place to go to school. It was a very conservative country, even more so than Sri Lanka. It's not great to begin with. I met the bravest people I've known in my entire life in Malaysia. I met gay Malaysians because it's illegal to be gay in Malaysia. It's illegal for them just to be who they are, which is the most gangster shit I have heard in my entire life. I had friends that walked around every day like, nah, I don't commit crimes. I am a crime. What you gonna fucking do? That's an intense individual. That's a lot to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I had a friend, his name was Ozzy. So Malaysia is on the border with Singapore. So every weekend, he would take 3-4 hour bus rides into Singapore just to be able to meet people, have relationships, live a normal life, as he should. It was amazing, the confidence on this guy, just trafficking his penis across state lines. It was wild. Just risking going to jail to get some dick. It was amazing. And he was so confident, even if he got caught, he would have done great in jail. He would make a sitcom about his life, call it Rainbow is the New Black. I'd watch the fuck out of it. It would be amazing. I wouldn't fare nearly as well in incarceration. My only hope of surviving in that environment would be to get a little hat and be everyone's spiritual leader. Just go around saying things like, nah, my brother, the real prison is in your mind. 4 hours on a bus to get some dick. I must say, that must have been some truly amazing dick on the other side of that border. At 4 hours on a bus, I don't have 1 hour on a train dick on a good day, all right? I'm not being modest, I'm just aware of how averagely endowed I am. My dick is like a white basketball player. He's not the biggest guy on the team, but he tries real hard. He's got strong fundamentals, and most importantly, he loves the game. That is your one dick joke for the evening, people. He was from a very conservative family, my friend. So now that he was away from home, he'd just say the wildest things completely out of context. I think just because he felt free to do so for the first time. Like, we'd be having dinner together as a group, and he'd just randomly say something like, I like Chinese boys because their little dicks don't hurt my asshole. And that was a lot. I didn't know how to take that. Like, is it homophobic if I think that's racist? What are the rules in this situation? How does this work exactly? I felt bad for him, though. That even at home, he couldn't be himself. Even his parents weren't accepting of who he was. Now, that's one thing I feel like I got lucky with my parents. As much trouble as they gave me, they were very liberal people, especially for the region of the world that we grew up in. My mother, a little bit too much, if anything. I remember when I was like 14 years old, we were in the car together, waiting to pick my sister up from somewhere, and she just started asking me like, hey, I've noticed that I don't really see you hanging out with girls at school very often. And I was just like, leave me alone. I have nothing to tell you, because I very much knew why this was the case. I played the flute, and my sport of choice was archery, all right? I was not doing myself any favors. And she continued, she was like, if there's anything you need to tell me, anything at all, even if you're, what, you want me to come out as uncharismatic? What do you want from me? Leave me alone. This is... She was very understanding when I didn't continue doing medicine, though. I finished the degree, but I found another job. I work in software engineering now because I'm very committed to being a cultural stereotype, apparently. A lot of the family was very upset that they no longer had a doctor to brag to other relatives about. But my mother was real nice about it, mostly because she still uses me for free medical advice, because this woman is too cheap to go see a real doctor. And it's fine most of the time. Except for one instance where she thought it would be a good idea to ask her son about her contraceptive options. Because boundaries, what are those, Is the subtext of which being a mother asking her son, hey son, I want to start fucking again. I need you to help me do this safely. Listen, if this is what progress looks like, I don't like it, all right? I want nothing to do with it. No, I just went along. I went into doctor work mode in my head and just took a full medical history from her. And she has a family history of venous thromboembolism. So my mother's on the copper coil, people. This is definitely breaking my Hippocratic oath, but also that's for paying customers only. This is public domain now.